want to tell you something that might surprise you. In 9 episodes of talking about healing from toxic parenting, this is the one I was most careful about. Because forgiveness is the topic that gets the most things wrong. It gets weaponized. It gets rushed. It gets used as a way to silence people who are still in legitimate pain. You have probably been told, directly or indirectly, that you need to forgive, that holding on to what happened is hurting you, that the only way to heal is to let it go, that forgiving doesn't mean condoning, it means freeing yourself. And some of that is true, but not all of it. And the parts that are missing are the parts that matter most. In this episode, I want to give you an honest account of forgiveness. What it actually is, what it is not, when it helps and when it doesn't, and why it is absolutely not a requirement for healing. Let's start by clearing the ground, because a lot of what people call forgiveness is actually something else. Forgiveness is not saying it was okay. This is perhaps the most important thing I will say today. Forgiving someone does not mean that what they did was acceptable, that it didn't cause harm, that you were not hurt. It does not rewrite the past. It does not make abuse into something else. It does not transform neglect into love. What happened, happened. Forgiveness, if and when it comes, does not change that. Forgiveness is not reconciliation. You can forgive someone and never speak to them again. You can forgive someone and still maintain distance, still have no relationship with them, still protect yourself from further harm. These are separate things. Forgiveness is an internal process. Reconciliation is a choice about a relationship. You are never required to do the second in order to pursue the first. Forgiveness is not forgetting. The phrase forgive and forget is one of the most damaging pieces of advice in the cultural conversation about healing. Forgetting is not possible, and it is not desirable. What you remember about your past is part of what keeps you safe. It is part of what allows you to make informed decisions about who to trust, what dynamics to recognize, where your boundaries need to be. Forgetting would not heal you. It would erase the very lessons that your survival depended on. Forgiveness is not something you owe anyone. Perhaps the most harmful version of the forgiveness conversation is the one that frames it as a moral obligation, as if failing to forgive means you are holding a grudge, means you are bitter, means you have not done the work. You do not owe your parents forgiveness. You do not owe anyone forgiveness. It is not a debt. It is not a virtue you must perform to prove you've healed. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, that is also valid. So, if forgiveness is not all of those things, what is it? At its core, forgiveness is the decision to stop letting what happened to you continue to define your present. It is not about the other person. It is about you. It is about the internal release of carrying a wound that has become heavier than the wound itself. Here is the image I find most useful. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to get sick. The rage, the replaying, the rehearsing of arguments, the fantasies of justice that never comes. All of this lives inside you, not in them. They may not be thinking about it at all. Forgiveness, in this sense, is not a gift you give to the person who hurt you. It is a gift you give to yourself. It is the decision to put down something you have been carrying for a very long time. Not because they deserve to be put down. Not because what happened is okay. But because you deserve to stop carrying it. And here is the thing about forgiveness that almost no one tells you. It is not a single moment. It is not a decision you make once and then it's done. Forgiveness is a practice, a direction you choose, again and again, on the days when it's easy and on the days when it is not. Some days you will feel like you've arrived. Some days the anger comes back, the grief comes back. The bitterness you thought you'd released rises up again without warning. That is not failure. That is the nature of healing. It is not linear. It does not move in a straight line. I want to be honest with you about something. Forgiveness is not always the right next step. For some people, at some stages of healing, being pushed toward forgiveness is actively harmful. If you are still in the early stages of understanding what happened to you, if you are still naming the patterns, sitting with the grief, making room for the anger, then forgiveness is not what you need right now. Trying to forgive before you have fully felt what you are forgiving is like trying to close a wound before it has been cleaned. It traps the pain inside. It doesn't heal it. Forgiveness helps when it arises naturally, as a byproduct of doing the deeper work, not as a starting point, as an arrival. When you have grieved, when you have been honest about your anger, when you have separated your parents' limitations from your own worth. When you have built enough of a life on your own terms that the past no longer feels like a live wire. Forgiveness often comes quietly in that place, not as a dramatic proclamation, but as a slow softening, a loosening of something that has been held tight for years. And for some people, it may never fully come. And that is okay. You can live a full, meaningful, healed life without forgiving the people who harmed you. The goal is not forgiveness. The goal is freedom. Freedom from the ways the past runs your present. Freedom to build something new. Freedom to receive love, set limits, trust yourself, take up space. Forgiveness may be part of that path, or it may not. Either way, the destination is the same. 3 things from today. First, forgiveness is not saying it was okay, not reconciliation, not forgetting, and not something you owe anyone. These myths do more harm than good. Second, real forgiveness is an internal process, a gift you give yourself, not them. It is the decision to stop letting the past consume your present, and it is a practice, not a moment. Third, forgiveness is not required for healing. The goal is freedom. Forgiveness may be one path there, but it is not the only one, and it cannot be rushed. 9 episodes in, we have covered the full landscape of the wound, what it was, how it shaped you, what it left behind, and how to begin to reckon with it honestly. You have stayed with some very difficult material. If this series has stirred things up for you, emotions you weren't expecting, memories you'd set aside, an ache you can't quite name, please consider reaching out to a therapist or a trusted person in your life. This work is real work. You don't have to do it alone. In episode 10, we close out the first act of this series. We've been in the territory of awakening, naming what happened, understanding its impact, sitting with the grief and anger, examining the concepts of forgiveness. Episode 10 is about what comes next, not just understanding the wound, but beginning to step out of it. We are going to talk about the moment of choice, the moment when you realize, maybe for the first time, that the story you were given about yourself is not the only story available, that you can be the author of what comes next. Not by erasing the past, not by pretending it didn't happen, but by deciding, consciously, deliberately, that it does not get to write the rest of your life. I'll see you there. You have done something brave by getting this far. Don't stop now.